In a recent court ruling, former Pakistani Prime Minister Imran Khan and his wife Bushra Bibi were both sentenced to 7 years in prison for their marriage during her iddat period. The court found them guilty of marriage ceremony fraud under Section 496 of the Pakistan Penal Code. They were also fined 500,000 rupees each, with an additional 4-month imprisonment if the fines aren't paid. The legal intricacies of formalizing a nikah during iddat were also discussed during the hearing, emphasizing that it doesn't annul the marriage but is considered irregular. The charges stemmed from a complaint filed by Ms. Bushra's ex-husband 𝐒𝐭𝐲𝐬𝐬, including sections related to common intention and fornication. This verdict follows another sentencing earlier in the week, where Mr. Khan and his wife received 14 years in the Tosharkhana corruption case. Mr. Khan was also handed a 10-year sentence in the Cypher case some days ago. In today's developments regarding Pakistan's general elections, the Election Commission announced the completion of training for 1.49 million electoral staff members, gearing up for the February 8th elections. This extensive training involved over 27,000 sessions and 3,821 trainers, ensuring preparedness for the electoral process. Meanwhile, PMLN leader Noah Sharif expressed confidence in addressing poverty and unemployment if his party secures victory. At a rally in Gujranwala, Mr. Nawaz promised to build infrastructure and focus on economic development as he rallied the support of the nation's youth.
इंशाल्लाह हम पाकिस्तान की रोशनियां वापस लाएंगे, बिजली सस्ती करेंगे हम इंशाल्लाह, ये मोटरवे बनाएंगे, ये जीटी रोड को भी मोटरवे बनाएंगे इंशाल्लाह हम, गुर्बत खत्म होगी इंशाल्लाह पाकिस्तान से, और बेरोजगारी का खात्मा करेंगे, स्कूल बनेंगे, अस्पताल बनेंगे.
Adding to the discourse, his brother Shehbaz Sharif highlighted a decline in corruption during Nawaz Sharif's previous tenure as Prime Minister.
और करप्शन भी नीचे आई, कितनी नीचे आई, जब 2013 में नवाज शरीफ ने इक़्तिदार संभाला तो 141 पे था. जब नवाज शरीफ का तख्ता उल्टा गया उसकी हुकूमत का 118 2018 में, तो करप्शन कम होके 141 नंबर से 117 पे आ गई.
On another front, PPP chairman Bilawal Bhutto Zardari pledged a train project for Tharparkar, promising enhanced connectivity and development for the region.
इंशाअल्लाह ताला थरपारकर से कराची तक ट्रेन का बंदोबस्त करेंगे, इंशाअल्लाह ताला ट्रेन का बंदोबस्त करेंगे, ताकि ना सिर्फ आपका माल, ना सिर्फ आपका कोयला कराची पहुंच सके, मगर यहाँ के अवाम कराची पहुंच सके और कराची के अवाम ज्यादा आसानी के साथ यहाँ पहुंच सके.
In contrast, PTI founder Imran Khan reaffirmed his stance against any political deals, even in the face of legal challenges. While speaking to reporter following the iddat case verdict, he asserted his commitment to integrity and denounced alleged targeting of his party's leadership ahead of the elections. Meanwhile, MQMP leader Faisal Subzwari called for stricter measures to control violence, urging the caretaker government to cancel weapon licenses until the elections.
हमने मुतालबा किया है, सारे असले के लाइसेंस कैंसिल करो तुम, इलेक्शन तक असला लेके चलने पे पाबंदी लगाएं. इनको सबसे ज्यादा तकलीफ है कि जो असले की बुनियाद के ऊपर समझ रहे हैं कि फतेह कर लेंगे.
Lastly, the Election Commission of Pakistan postpones polls in 4 constituencies due to the deaths of candidates. These include N8 𝐵𝐺𝐺, PKU22 𝐵𝐺𝐺, PK-91 Kohat, and PP 266 𝐒𝐭𝐲𝐬𝐿 12. The decision allows remaining candidates to proceed without submitting fresh nomination papers or additional dues. In recent developments, US aircraft conducted strikes on over 85 targets, hitting facilities linked to armed groups affiliated with Iran's IRGC across Iraq and Syria. The strikes, including B-1 bombers, were aimed at command and control centers and logistics facilities, with advance notice given to the Iraqi government to avoid civilian casualties. However, the Iranian ambassador to Syria denied that Iranian bases were targeted, asserting the attacks hit civilian infrastructure instead. He accused the US of seeking retaliation against Syria's political stance, describing the strikes as a terrorist aggression linked to Israel's interests. Russia condemned the attacks, calling them deliberate provocations to exacerbate regional conflict. The foreign ministry criticized the US for sowing chaos and destruction in the Middle East and advocated UN Security Council intervention. Hamas and the Palestinian group strongly condemned the US aggression, denouncing it as a violation of sovereignty and a danger to regional stability. They blamed the Biden administration for escalating tensions and supporting Western colonialism and Israel's interests. Amidst the airstrikes, tragic reports emerged from Rafah, with overnight attacks claiming the lives of 24 people due to insufficient medical care. Renewed artillery shelling in Gaza City and Khan Yunis exacerbated the humanitarian crisis, with residential buildings demolished and confrontations escalating between Palestinian groups and the Israeli military. In the occupied West Bank, 12 people were detained in overnight raids, adding to the 6,500 Palestinians arrested since October 7th. Meanwhile, Belgium's foreign minister expressed concern over Israeli movements towards the Egyptian border, emphasizing the urgent need for a ceasefire, humanitarian access, and a return to political dialogue for a two-state solution.